Yo, morning. So, 6:30. I've been up since 4. Been to the gym. Got my bag ready. All that type of thing. So, we're going to do this new feature. Wake up with Rodney. Yeah. Wake up. Call it Wake Up with Rodney or Wake Up with the Rodney. Yeah, I like that. Wake Up with the Rodney. So I wake up and I listen to Radio 5 Live. There's a program called Wake Up to Money, and they generally talk about economics, politics, that type of thing. Whereas this morning I woke up and I was listening to a South African economist, and basically he is showing his pants, showing his knickers to Donald Trump. He's South African, he lives in South Africa. He's got enormous wealth, enormous backlog of top tier business, Harvard Business School, work for Rupert Murdoch, all that type of thing. And he's showing his knickers to Donald Trump because he wants USA investment, American investment. Now, it's his country, he's South African, he's white South African. He purposely said he doesn't want to be seen as racist. I personally don't think he's racist. However, I do think he's capitalist. And it makes sense because socialism right now in South Africa is not what's working. Poor old Nelson Mandela is turning in his grave. And the reason for that is the fact that, you gotta watch these lorries. The reason for that is the only way to fix South Africa, and it's the same in the UK, the only way to fix it is together. Now, together as in one people, regardless of race or colour. Because the economic prosperity of the country would not be based on whether you're white or black. It's going to be based on how they coexist. Now, someone from South Africa could say, shut the F up, what do you know about South Africa? Well, let me answer. So, my aunt is from Pretoria, and since growing up, since being able to listen and hear and speak words, yeah, South Africa, South Africa, South Africa, South Africa, South Africa, South Africa, yeah. So I'm literally quarter South African. So don't try and give. Look, economy is economy, money is money. Now, you as a country have been able to prosper to enormous wealth, yeah, via certain, I don't want to use the word, but via certain attributes that very few countries have. However, we're now in the 21st century where we these things are more prevalent. The ANC have power, and the same corruption that was previously apparent is now a same corruption, just in a different kind of vise, as in it's just more blatant. Now, I understand if you've been oppressed for 60, 70 years, however long it was, yeah, to then go to a period of power, you are going to create certain maybe revenge laws, laws that to other people don't make sense, laws that to you don't make sense, especially as you were the dominant party, or the in their case the dominant race in terms of power. But that doesn't mean you can't have a conversation. Now, yes, it is hard And I agree myself. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are. It's very hard to not hold on to revenge, to not hold on to anger, to not hold on to what did you do to my ancestors. It's very hard to not hold on to that. But to go forward, to be one of the strongest countries in the world, yeah, you have to apply business mechanics, you have to apply intelligence, you have to apply what makes sense. And when it's such a rich country, you can turn that around. Now, that leadership, this guy was suggesting, look to Trump. Trump is not, he might do Elon Musk a favour, and that second richest guy in the world is also South African. So isn't it funny how two of the richest men in America are both from South Africa? It doesn't make sense to now try and give that mantle to President Trump. It makes no sense. It's ridiculous. It's just phenomenally stupid. You have to find your leadership from within. You have to, and that leadership will come from the party, will come from an individual. One of the greatest leaders and inspirational people of all time, in Nelson Mandela, was from South Africa. So surely you can find somebody again who can turn that country around, who can get rid of corruption, who can stop some of the ridiculous deals you've got with China and Iran and Israel, and you can change them around so that South Africa can trade on the world market. Or let's say, for example, see, if I was the British Prime Minister, I would be going into South Africa and doing so much business. I would be doing 50-60% of business with South Africa. The wealth in South Africa is phenomenal. People don't realise. Well, you know, get a spade and you can dig up gold and diamonds and silver and precious jewels and minerals. There's tourism. There's an abundance of life. South Africa is the world's garden. In fact, that's a tagline. South Africa is the world's garden, but it's due to corruption and lack of leadership that it's an absolute shambles of a country at the moment. So how can you fix that? You got to get rid of the corruption. Don't get me started on the UK, because remember, I'm talking about the economy, the education, books, reading, writing, opportunity. South Africa's got the biggest unemployment in Africa. How? Greed. That's how. Greed, sectarianism, all that needs to go, needs to stop, someone needs to take control. Now, people who have now acquired power won't want to give it up, and they won't want to give it up to anyone of a different colour. The same way how Leclerc, or whatever his name was, in the 80s, didn't want to give it up to the majority, because both people think the other person's wrong, right? Come up with an economic plan. The richest man in the world is South African. The second or third richest man in the world is also South African. Why are they not investing in South Africa? Because they don't believe in it. Now, you could say we don't want them to, and that's what the ANC have said. We don't want Elon Musk to invest in South Africa. We don't want Elon Musk and the other guy to invest. But South Africa is there to be absolutely turned around, create housing, infrastructure, railways. The British did all that 100 years ago. So why are we not just tapping into a resource that's already there? It's fallen into disrepair. It's broken. Yet the contracts to fix it are there. So if this is what I'm saying, to increase prosperity for the average UK citizen, I would be doing business in South Africa. I would be doing business in Namibia, Gambia. That's where I'd be doing business. Construction contracts. Rishi Sunak had that. I mean, it's nowhere near. Rishi Sunak had that idea with Rwanda, and Keir Starmer and Rachel Reeves poo-pooed it. So don't get me started on the UK. I'm focusing on South Africa, right? Construction contracts, infrastructure contracts, yeah, the rebuilding of the country, turning round of wealth. Stop giving diamonds to Israel at the cheapest price. Yeah, the price of gold, the price of fish, meat, precious meats, imports around the world, South African cuisine. All of these things have absolute value. Go to your average Tesco, Asda, Sainsbury's. Find what's there from South Africa. I bet you, without even putting any effort in, I could find 10 items from South Africa, and I just did one hand. I could find 10 items from South Africa easily. Double it, get more. Yeah. Do you know that zebra, wildebeest, kudu, eland, these meats are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Why can't they be exported around the world as food, especially when there's a protein shortage? Yeah. Construction contracts. You've got labour. You've got the labour. A friend of mine, 20 years ago now, she went to South Africa. She's from Birmingham. Her and her boyfriend created a shipping company. And what they did was they shipped all second-hand furniture to South Africa. Multi-millionaires, lives in a gated community near where Oscar Pistorius used to live. She lives in a £1 million bloody mansion, or house. Created a shipping company, just literally with a van, picking up people's fridges, sofas, cookers, washing machines, pots, pans, just anything, brittle brattle, tittle tattle, whatever it's called, taking it to South Africa, putting it in the showroom, selling it, filling up a container. One container costs what, £2,000 to ship to South Africa. One container a week. That container sells, whatever's in it, sells for about £10,000 or rand, whatever the rand is. She's making 10 grand a week. Multi-million pound business. Just like that. That's what I'm saying. South Africa is the absolutely garden of the world. So how to turn that economy around shouldn't be too hard. But for this economist, he doesn't want to just look to Trump. He wants American investment. He wants a Trump leadership model. And what he wants is, he's seen that Trump is going to allocate funds for Gaza and Ukraine, minimal wealth and that. He's seen that and he's gone, I want some of that Trump money. Trump's only even thinking about South Africa because of the two richest men talking about it. Trump would only go into South Africa if it suits USA citizens. The UK needs to do the same, and South African citizens need to do the same, but they're only going to do that if they can unite. And whatever the parties are, whatever the leadership is, it seems to have lost leadership and been more about corruption and money grabbing. So there'd be no point Trump putting any money in South Africa if you've still got the corruption. You can do it yourselves. South Africa itself can turn around its economy. They can do it. They just have to believe, get rid of corruption, and start rebuilding the country. Start rebuilding it from, like Don King said, from the root to the fruit. Listen, like and subscribe, guys. Wake Up to Rodney every day this week, 5 days a week. We're going to do Wake Up to Rodney, new program, bosh. Any questions, just ask, DM me, let's do it. Bye.